Hey there, everyone. It's GG Silver Sun. March 31st. I'm going to try to avoid the wind here. AA thought for the day, 24-hour day book reading. Since I've been in AA, have I made a start toward being more unselfish? Do I no longer want my own way in everything? When things go wrong and I can't have what I want, do I no longer sulk? Am I trying not to waste money on myself? And does it make me happy to see my family in my home have enough attention from me? Am I trying not to be all get and no give? Yeah, I can still slip into that. It's good to aim up, of course, but sometimes things, depending on our mood or whatever, I can slip back into that. I was just walking down the beach here, and there's lots of people fishing. They got their really tall poles and little holders, and most of the time you can walk under them. And since I've been coming out to the beach, I think it started in 2019, just deliberate about walking on the beach, I've never encountered that. I've never encountered someone say, walk around. Like, go behind them. And that happened this evening. And I was a little taken aback. I thought she meant just walk a little closer to the poles, but she had a line tangled up, and she was like, no. I've got a line tangled up. You got to walk behind me. And rather than saying, oh, okay, well, I hope you get it taken care of or whatever, I was just irritated that I had to walk behind, like something was obstructing my path, and diverting me from where I wanted to walk, and that's, kind of selfish me, and I don't think I handled it really well. I didn't say anything, right? But she said, thank you. And I could have said, thank you for telling me. It would ruin my walk if I had a hook stuck in my heel, But I didn't handle it that way. I just didn't say anything, walked around kind of. I suppose not saying not saying anything is probably better than being grumpy and saying something miserable, but I can still get a little in my own head about my own will. At my church, the last service, my pastor was talking about how his son, when he was 2, liked to push the stroller, and they had one of the 3-wheel runner type strollers, so it had big wheels, and he would stick his arms up because he was pretty big for 2, I guess, and he would want to push it himself, but his face, he couldn't see where he was going, and so his dad would put his hands, okay, here we go, and he was like, no, I want to do it, and invariably would crash it because he couldn't see where he was going. And they'd pick him up and dust him off, and he would, dry his tears, and the kid would just go ahead and do it again, and he said it's like a perfect analogy of how I want my will all the time. You know, I want my will to be done instead of relying on the one who has ultimate perspective and clear vision of the road ahead, the sidewalk ahead, you know. And I live on my own now, so, and I'm single, so I don't have to really think about, you know, day to day, my interactions with people in my house. But, you know, I do, and I have found my purpose in life in service. And that, to me, makes me feel good, you know. And it's kind of selfish in a way. And, you know, I try to reach out to my kids as much as possible, my adult children, and my mom. I'm much better about calling my mother these days than I ever have been. So, there you have it. Meditation for the day. Each day is a day of progress, steady progress forward, if you make it so. You may not see it, but God does. God does not judge by outward appearance. He judges by the heart. Let him see in your heart a simple desire always to do his will. Though you may feel that your work has been spoiled or tarnished, God sees it as an offering for him. When climbing a steep hill, people are often more conscious of the weakness of their stumbling feet than of the view, the grandeur, or even the upward progress. Oh yeah, that's so good. That's why I come out here. One of the reasons why I come out here is because I get to experience, you know, nature obviously, but I interact with people. At the moment, there's nobody really within earshot of me, and yeah, I like that as well. And there are times when, you know, I encounter a fisherman or someone else walking, and I try to say something nice, you know. Usually the fisherman, I started saying, you know, caught anything yet, or how's it going, or doing any good? You know, did you catch supper tonight? That kind of thing. But that's part of the, you know, climbing the hill, which is everyday life, you know, and enjoying the journey, enjoying the day-by-day journey. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may persevere in all good things. I pray that I may advance each day in spite of my stumbling feet. And it is about each day conforming my will to my higher power's will. And I gotta find the page. I think it's 85. Page 85, I don't know, in the big book. It's the proper use of our will. It's the proper use of the will is each day carrying the vision of God's will into our daily activities. We can exercise our willpower along this line all we wish. It's the proper use of the will. I love that. It's so good. So I'll keep on keeping on. I hope y'all do too. Thanks for letting me share. Love ya. Look up. Aim up. Rise up.